Hi, I'm Brian Russell, and welcome to our final assignment. We've made it. We've come a long way since the opening days of class where you were reading through inductive Bible study and Bible study that works and thinking, geez, I don't know if I can do this. Well, now you've done it. You've all turned in multiple inductive Bible study assignments. And if you've done your intentional practice and worked hard, you're way down the road from where you started. Again, IBS are skills for a lifetime. If this is where you stop, and some of you who are in other master's degrees can just stop here, then that's as far as you're going to go. If you're in the MDiv, you will be taking a second IBS 2 class, or if you're in the Master of Arts in Biblical Studies, you'll take a second IBS 2 class. But even there, if you stop after the second class, that's where you're going to stop. These are lessons for a lifetime. And so what we have for our final assignment is one last opportunity to show me how far you've come this semester. If this ends up being your best assignment, whatever grade you get on this is going to be your grade for the semester as long as you've turned in all your other work. That's the little caveat. If this ends up being a hiccup, I'll come back and average the last few grades together. I will give you the best grade that I can based on what you've given me. It's ultimately up to you. So put a big effort in this and finish well. Our final assignment has a couple of parts. Again, this is a full assignment. This is the last segment of Matthew's Gospel. So make sure you have a look at the video that I have to accompany this, which is how to do a segment study. It's going to be more broader instructions on method. Go back and watch any of the other method videos. If you have questions, send them in to me. But essentially, here's what I want you to do for our final project. Survey. You're going to survey Matthew 27:55 all the way to the end of Matthew chapter 28, which would be the 20th verse. Remember what a survey does. Go back and look at the instructions in the syllabus for other surveys. Again, it's going to be titling paragraphs. Then you're going to do structure, which is main units and subunits. Structural relationships, again, focusing on major structural relationships. Questions for each structure, identifying a strategic area for each structure. Making an atmospheric or mood sort of observation, commenting on the literary form, literary genre, and then adding anything else as miscellaneous or other observations. That's then going to lead you into an interpretation, and I'm suggesting in this assignment that you focus on Matthew 28 to 20. Now, let me say something about this. This is part of the last paragraph in Matthew's Gospel, so really the last paragraph begins at Matthew chapter 28, verse 16, but specifically not just focusing on 16 and 17, but focus on the actual Great Commission here. But 16 and 17 give some backup in your immediate context. And I want you to think about what Jesus means when he says, make disciples. What's involved there? Be specific, be precise, be profound, and really dig into the context to talk about what is involved in making disciples. Why does Jesus call the disciples to make disciples? And what are the deepest implications of that? And remember, against this, you're going to have, again, you have your immediate context, which roughly is 28, 16 to 20. You have your segment context, Matthew 27 to 55 to the end. And then you have the broader book. And use this assignment to go back and think about some of the places that we've been that have talked about what discipleship is. So what's the contribution of Jesus' final call to make disciples to understanding Matthew's portrayal of what it means to be a follower, what it means to be a disciple of Jesus Christ? Again, you're going to write that up. You may want to do some word studies, compare with other gospels, do some historical background. Anything you can do to enhance your interpretation, to show me what you've learned. Finish that up, write a final synthesis of your answers to those questions, and that's your assignment proper. So survey and interpretation. The last thing I want you to do, and this is just a couple minutes, maybe 5 minutes, I want you to think about what you've learned this semester and do a little bit of self-analysis. How are you feeling about your own abilities in inductive Bible study? What do you think your strengths are? What do you think your weaknesses are? What are your growing edges? What's been the most difficult part? Just give me a little paragraph in which you do a little reflective self-analysis about your experience with inductive Bible study. If you have any questions, let me know. I look forward to seeing your final papers. Thank you for your hard work throughout the semester.